Okay, welcome back to the next episode. So we're at stage 38 onwards, which is basically more tutorial stuff. There has been an update, but wouldn't affect us much because we're still at early stages, still at the beginning. So essentially, we're just collecting as much stuff as we can. So log in, when you do log in each day, to make sure you do collect your dailies. That's the most priority thing. So logging in, do your achievements, your dailies, so collect your pets, collect your equipment, tap fairies 5 times, prestige once, perform a solo raid, and watch your videos. So do all of these to collect as many diamonds as you can. You want to be collecting all those diamonds because, as mentioned in the previous video, you want to be buying those pets, which are these lovely things. The reason you want to be getting the pets because they provide passive damage. So as you can see, passive. The more you level them up and the more you get, which does make a difference long term. So reach stage 40 to unlock the next rewards, which is what we've got to do now. We're leveling up our heroes as well, make sure that they have leveled up as much as possible. Starting from the top, going on the way down. There you collect that. You now receive a new daily reward each day as a login. Again, this is what I mean about going through your dailies, because if you do miss your dailies, you have to start from scratch again. And as you see, as you progress onwards for each day, you can get eggs, you can get shards. Shards will help you collect those equipment sets earlier on, which is what you want to do. So when I talk about equipment sets, it's crafting bit here, which hasn't been unlocked yet. So that unlocks at stage 500, but you can still collect shards now. So I'll recommend trying to collect as much as you can. Make sure you're doing your video chests as well if you want to watch videos and do them. Basically, you're trying to collect as much resources as you possibly can at the early stages. Now, as you're slowly grinding through the back stages like this, I'll do normally watch videos. I'll obviously edit out on this video, but I do watch all the videos because it is a slow grind and you are just waiting for things to catch up and level up anyway. So I do tend to watch all the adverts for the chests and for the daily achievement. So now it says reach stage 45 as our next goal, making sure we're leveling up our heroes as we go along. And make sure, the reason I keep this open and keep leveling them up, or try to keep leveling them up, is because the heroes tend to be the majority of the damage at this point now. So you still get tap damage, which is this one, but hero damage tends to be much more stronger. You can check them out by clicking on here. So look, this is your hero. So hero DPS is 13 mil and my attack damage is 10 mil. Both just as good. Nearly at stage 45. We're gonna make it. Of course we're gonna make it. So it says you need to reach stage 51 to unlock your first skill point, and then stage 60 to prestige. When you start prestiging, the game starts getting quicker and quicker because that's when you start collecting your artifacts and leveling them up. Now, talking about artifacts are random. The first 5, I believe, are set. I'll check and I'll put down what list they are. I believe the first 1 to 5 are set in a set order. Then between 6 and 30, it's random, which includes Books of Shadows. And then 31 onwards, again, it's another pool of artifacts which are random. So at any point you struggling to kill a boss, as you can see now, I'm hitting and I'm not doing much damage. I'm not going to meet the boss meter because that's the timer meter, is the white bar. That's your time it down. If you don't kill it in time, it basically takes you out the boss level, and then you got to kill the mobs again. So anytime you want to start a fight with the boss again, you click the fight boss button top right, and you enter the battle again. So you can see the timer bar is at the white bar, and the red bar is the health bar. And if you're not going to make it in time, you can concentrate on killing the smaller enemies to build up enough gold to start leveling up your heroes or leveling up your tap until you're strong enough to then do the boss again. But you shouldn't really need to be doing this this earlier on. You should be strong enough to be able to go through each boss quite quickly without having to stop and level up on your gold. Again, I would normally be watching adverts, and adverts normally give you a good pool of gold as well, and extra resources to help this a bit quicker. So we're on stage 51. We've got our first skill point. So skill point, this is going through the skill tree now. So it's asking to select it. It's going to automatically put it in night tree into tap damage. And it says you can click on it and it gives you what the tap damage is. But we will start leveling up towards the warlord tree pretty soon. We've unlocked the next one, which is the hand of Midas, which is basically increased gold income. We've now getting closer to more equipment. So I've collected that. Let's see what we've got. We've got chest, everyday sweater. I'm just going to equip it because we're pretty much equipped in every item we can at the moment for equipment because we haven't got any. Low end equipment's better than no equipment at all. So I'm basically just going to equip any equipment I come across to reach level 60. And then we can prestige. When you start prestiging, that's when the fun begins. And we reached stage 60. I feel powerful. What is happening? There you go. You're about to prestige. Exchange progress for huge power increase goes far as you collect maximum rewards. And you have to prestige. It's part of the tutorial. So this information here, that's relics. Relics are used to level up artifacts, buy new artifacts. Skill points, when you reach certain increments of levels. I think it's every 100 level, 200 levels. I can't remember. It gets higher and higher as you get higher. You get more skill points. It will say it here. Next stage unlocks a stage 100. Equipment. First time prestige, you get 3 equipment, but then you also get equipment at a higher max stage you reached. And stage rush. So stage rush increases stages you start at. So the higher stage you start at makes you run quicker as you go through. So current stage 60, I'll return at stage 25. Let's prestige and get all these goodies. Now with this game, you do prestige a lot. You will be prestiging a heck of a lot of time. So let's go to the relics. Sorry, artifacts. We've discovered some artifacts. Okay. Now what I do, I'm basically going to try to discover, unlock as many artifacts as I can, because I want to get Books of Shadows as soon as possible. So these are the artifacts I've got. So you can see Hero's Blade, Book of Prophecy, and Drunken Hammer. I wouldn't level any of them up. If I was, I'll use an artifact guide, which I'll go through in another video. We're still early days, so I wouldn't have to worry about it too much. Unlock tournaments 250, so still wait for that. And 80 unlocks at stage 1000. You got clans unlock at stage 100. And solar raids is unlocked at stage 100. So it looks like I need to get to stage 1000 before I unlock pretty much everything. So that's our goal for the beginning of the series. As I start unlocking certain things, for example, clans, solar raids, tournaments, I will go through in a much deeper guide. So for example, when I do tournaments, I won't just explain about tournaments in the video. I'll go through the best tips, strategies, and everything you can to become first place. That's warrior and range damage. At the moment, I've got range because it says up here, strongest hero is range and ground type. So that's why I put equipped range. You should keep at least one of each. So you should keep at least one of each type available, but the strongest version, and then you can sell everything else. That's pretty much what you need to do next is rinse and repeat. So you want to get back up to at least past level 60. At the moment, you can just keep pushing and going through these levels because the higher levels you get, the more relics you get. But when you get past your previous max stage, so my current max stage is level 60, you can double check that by going to your first tab, which is this one, the sword one. Click on your sword master, and it says here in your stats profile, max stage is 60. So that says it there. It would also say it when you click on the prestige button, when you hit, when you get to past stage 60, this will unlock, and you can click on it and it'll tell you. And you can also go on to the stats tab here. So it's in this section, stats, and it will say highest stage reached at the top there, 60 as well. So what I'm doing now is going back up to level 60. I'll push a bit more. If you get to the point when you get to your previous max stage, you shouldn't be really spending more than 2 to 3 minutes or a couple minutes on it. If you're spending like half an hour pushing 1 or 2 stages, you're spending way too much time. So literally only spend 1 or 2 minutes on a boss. When it starts slowing down that much, I don't know how many stages that will be. It could be different for each one, for each player, because depending on what equipment and artifacts you've got dropped. So when you start slowing down, that's when I recommend you should prestige and then push again. Don't spend too much time pushing those little stages. It's always better to start a brand new run, use those relics to get more artifacts, level them up, and continue pushing. Regarding getting those artifacts, now I would recommend to only get artifacts during tournaments. At the low level under stage 250, it really doesn't matter. You can get a couple of artifacts now. I wouldn't spend too much. I would only buy an artifact if I can afford it in one run. If you've got to save up two or three runs worth of relics to buy an artifact, then I would wait. I'll continue leveling up your artifacts to make yourself stronger before buying a new one. You don't want to be saving like an hour's worth of runs just to buy one artifact. It gets really boring and it's pointless, because you could be using those relics to make your other artifacts stronger, to make your run quicker. Because the whole point is you got to prestige loads, use the resources to buy loads of stuff, so you level up your artifacts, buy artifacts, make yourself stronger to get higher and higher level to reach end cap level. That's the whole point of the game. The ideal runtime should be about 15 to 20 minutes. You won't hit that now, but you will be hitting it soon, very soon. Normally it's when you join a clan and you increase your advanced stage start and you increase your passive, you start winning tournaments and that sort of thing. So I would imagine after a couple of days, it doesn't happen overnight, because you need to get stage 100 first. You need to join a decent clan, and then it increases your advanced stage start. That's when it starts getting quicker and quicker and gets more enjoyable. So the main target now is to reach stage 100, so we can do all that, which is what we're doing now. Essentially, I'm going to go back up to stage 60 and see how much I can push through. I want to get to stage 100. That's my goal at the moment. Stage 100, join a decent level clan, and then it's leveling up as much as I can and optimizing on my build and artifacts. We got up to stage 68. We've still got a bit of time left before we can get even higher. I want to get to stage 100, and then more fun begins. Start looking at clans. Who's going to take me back? I am known as the Clan Destroyer. I was in Cherbra, and that fell apart when I left. I then joined BCM, and that had some conspiracy, and that failed. But it's still gone strong. My main account's with BCM, and they're still doing really well. So well done, guys. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can join a mid-range clan. I wouldn't be able to join a high clan straight away because I need to get experience and power. But a mid-level clan, I reckon. I might even see if I can get access to Cherbo again, go back to my old account. I don't think there's anyone in it at the moment. I think there's like 1 or 2 players, but I can use it as a tester account. So we'll see. I'll give the current GM Guildmaster a message. Let's restart back up. Cherbo. Right, so I'm at stage 73. This is still my second run. I've only prestige once, and I should be fine to go straight to 100. Again, if I slow down, I can always just prestige and push again. Very easy to level up on this game. Oh, already got another equipment at stage 76. What is it today? Ribbon. Have I got a ribbon? Range Warrior Gunblade. We don't need Gunblade at the moment, so we can leave that to the side. So Warrior's the next strongest one. And when you start to do collecting equipment, again, what I remember, as I mentioned before, make sure you lock your strongest equipment. You should always have hold of one of each. So, for example, in helmet, you can have range, warrior, and mage, and plus gunblade. So you have one of them of the highest you can find, at least. That way, when if you swap builds and swap things around, it's much more easier to do. You're gonna have to farm equipment again to make sure it matches your build. So there we go. Got another item. Wow. Let's have a look what it is. All damage. Now, if you do collect items of the same type, it will always leave a green arrow up if that item of the same type is stronger. So it's a great indication. For example, I've got all damage, but this one is 2 times 2.476, which is stronger than 1.044. So that's why it's got a green arrow. If I was equipped that, it wouldn't have a green arrow. So just keep that in mind. If you do see a green arrow, chances are it's better and you should equip it. So this is up to stage 82. I ended it for today's video, but next video, hopefully I'll be going through tournament, guilds. Hopefully next video I can go through guilds. Edit out last bit. Next video I can go through clans and Soulrise, everything you get unlocked at stage 100 and above, and I'll go through more tips and tricks. If you'd like to see more, make sure you leave a comment and let me know what you'd like to see. Anything you're stuck on, any questions, feel free to ask me. That's what I'm here for. And I'll see you all in the next one. Take care. Bye.